Take Hello. Hi. It's happening. We're here. Welcome to Cult EXE, a channel here on Plus One EXP. I'm Osiris Franco, your real-life stepdad and cult leader here at Plus One. Plus One is a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard and skincare alchemy, and the Bardic College of Content Creation. The dream and hope here at Plus One is to help amazing designers find great players who can love their games, and help amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. And we are here to play In Extremis, designed by Keegan EXE. This game uses the Lumen system. The name of our game is Terminal Riot. We may not get out alive, but it will certainly be something. We're going to go ahead and go around the table and introduce our cast of fantastic players. And we're going to start in the top left corner with the incredible Noir.
That's me. Am I muted?
I don't think so.
No, I'm not. Yay. Hi, everybody. I'm Noir. I sometimes do this professionally. Not very well, though. I am super excited to finally be able to play with you folks. I am playing the Wraith, which I forgot how dope this character was. I'm super excited to freaking able to do that. Both them and me go by he, they. So there you go.
Nice. Excellent. Corndogg, you're next.
Me, Corndogg McGraw. I'm here playing Agnes. Am I Agnes in this song?
You're Agatha.
Agatha, there we go.
You were Agatha all along.
Might have gotten involved in like 3 campaigns all at once, and I play old biddies in all of them.
Hell yeah.
So I have a theme. But I'm the muscle witch tonight. I'm here to bring your muscle needs, should you need them.
Excellent. And then kicking it down to Cole.
Hello, I play X, the Osteomancer, and I'm ready to do more weird shit.
Hell yeah, weird shit.
Weird shit.
For this mission, as a heads up to the player, Axia, the red moon, is waning. What does this mean for you? It means that I need you to restore your health to full, as this is a new session, so if you have any HP missing, you don't anymore. And you also have 6 wells available in this session to use your combat abilities should they become necessary. A quick recap of what's been happening and what's going on. Our crew was aboard the Nada, a behemoth returning from a mission in space where they encountered a Corvus Dominion ship, and they quickly boarded to ascertain what the ship was about. There was a strange map on board indicating that it was tracking something coming from inside the solar system to the outer reaches where Hecate is that didn't show up on our own radar systems, which was confusing. Our party brought those answers and questions back to Mother Melba, the captain of the Nada, who, upon arrival back in Eleos, the capital city, took it to the Coven. After that, our party kind of hit some familiar spots. We went to the YMCA. X investigated if the chemicals in the pool were piss detectant in nature. They were. Agatha spent some time at her home gym where she met with her coach Arnold and was asked to mentor a young child there with extraordinary powers. And that's kind of where we've left with introductions and housekeeping, kind of wrapped up. I'm going to go ahead and jump us directly to our new character, Wraith. Wraith, you are home in the city of Eleos. What does Wraith look like?
Wraith, without the mask and the robes, is just a very disheveled, beard unkept, like long shaggy hair all over his face type individual. They just don't, like, they exude an aura of not caring about oneself. They're scarred up. They've got a massive scar across their face. And just everything about the way they move and the way that they speak is just exhausted. And so I think the first thing he does every morning is just get up, go to an area, like go to his shower, put it on, just stand there, and then after it's over, slap the mask on and put the robe on and goes about their business.
Awesome. Today's business for Wraith is that they did have an arrangement to meet with Born, their handler. Where would they typically meet?
Dark seedy alley, but it's Wraith's favorite dark seedy alley.
Excellent.
It stinks less.
Oh, this is very good. They go to this slightly less piss-covered alley that's not too far from where you live, far enough that you can kind of weave in and out of the streets of Eleos and lose anybody who might be following you. And it's very familiar to you, right? You have this feeling of exhaustion, but it's familiar. And since the war is kind of coming to a close, there's part of you that's maybe looking forward to some relief. But knowing that you're meeting with Born, that seems unlikely. As you come into the alleyway, it appears to be empty for a split second, and then someone emerges from the shadows, and you recognize them as Born. Does Born have any specific physical traits that you'd like to call out?
Born is just a beautiful man with just long silky hair. He's the kind of guy that knows that he looks good. He's got the sharp facial hair, like it's perfectly trimmed. But like with all the beautiful qualities about them, like they don't put any effort into the outfits that they wear. So it's just like, it's like this beautiful man in like basically a potato sack outfit. It's just, and Wraith is, and I think there's like this game of always trying to sneak up on Wraith, and it's just, Wraith will never let you know if you succeeded or not, because it's just like, I don't care, it's another day, whatever.
Yeah. I think on this day, and you kind of prepared yourself for the game, but Born has just very openly revealed himself. He's just kind of stepped out and seems a bit distracted. And as you approach, he will turn and offer you a soft smile that is just like heart-wrenchingly handsome for no real reason. And he'll go, "Hey, man, thanks for meeting with me. How you been?"
No.
Okay, you know what? Fair. You just want the details of the job then, I'm assuming. Okay, great. He will pull out like a small notepad that has some glyphs and runes written on it. You'd recognize this as kind of like a secret language that you guys have developed, a shorthand of such. And he will look at it and he goes, "So I've got intel about a very high profile mission that the Coven is sending out a crew for. it's very cloak and dagger, more so for the coven than normal. All I know is that there's something coming this way that the Dominion was interested in. I need you to get on that crew assigned to looking into it, because I think there's some real windfalls that can happen if we can get this information. With everything winding down, you know, on a grand scale, these specific jobs are going to be the things that keep us going. So I need you to get on the ship that's headed to take a closer look at that thing.
Are there any stipulations or limitations for what I am allowed to do to accomplish this task?
Well, I mean, it technically would be a coven-sanctioned job, so try not to kill your coworkers.
Will you still yet draw breath? So I show the ability.
That's true. I thought you just thought I was cute, and he'll kind of awkwardly stand there for a second. But anyways, no, that's like, again, there's not much detail. I mean, really, just find out what it is. It's been a long time since the coven has been this guarded. I think the council of the council's got to be involved. There's got to be some old magic, something or other, tied to it. And if that's the case, again, this could be really big for us.
Very well. I will find my way to the crew.
Great. I have a point of contact. The one that brought in the intel was and he looks at his pad again. Mother Melba, with the Nada. Maybe, I don't know. It's a small ship, small crew, but maybe you can get on board somehow. But I'm pretty sure she's going to be down at the Coven Hall to try and get some of this sorted. But if you go there, mention that I sent you in the way that you would, you know, like, don't be weird about it, but maybe we can get you that way. Or I don't know, you can do some real spy shit. And he grins again.
Right. Do some spy shit. Very well.
All right. And as you kind of do that, he will reach out and pat you on the shoulder and go, always a pleasure, Wraith. Really just brightens up my day. And he will turn on a heel and begin to walk out the opposite direction of the alley from you.
Cute. And he'll walk out the other side of the alley.
Awesome. We're going to shift over to Agatha and X. You guys, correct me if I'm remembering falsely, but you guys had turned in at the gym. Is that correct?
We did.
Awesome. Talk to me about what the morning
I live
routine would be here.
Working out a little bit. Seeing what the kid can do is something I would like to do over here. But otherwise, I do want to show X everything, so that way we can. So that way he feels comfortable moving around the space.
Gotcha.
Make it their home for now. I'm just trying to welcome you into my gym. So I'll show you how some of the machines work. I'll show you where the showers are. I've got a stained futon upstairs that you can sleep on.
Does X take any interest in any of these objects in particular?
Are you trying to get me to work out specifically or just showing me around?
Just showing you around. Like, this is some of the stuff you can do in here. Don't have to. Cool if you did. It's nice to have a training partner. Getting that partner bond is beneficial to all involved.
I don't know. I think I more often make things work for me instead of me doing the work. Is there a machine I should try out first?
It sounds like you've got the big brains. So there is a cool video game console back in this room over here. That might be more your speed if you want it. Otherwise, you could try cardio.
When do we get to go back home?
They'll probably call us.
Where is our home?
So
I
that's
feel like for you, I don't know, and I think you don't know either. So maybe the ship, but
Yeah,
I don't
where we
know what
last
you were
woke up.
born out of or how you came into being.
A couple different places and parts.
Do you want a home?
I just meant the where we woke up the other day. Where is that?
So you had been traveling on the Nada for some amount of time. For X, you wouldn't be able to the way you've described X to me leads me to believe X has no idea how long he was aboard the Nada. But it's only been a day, so you tell me if X can't remember this. Mother Melba, when you guys separated, did say, like, if you needed anything, you could meet her at the Coven Hall, and she'd get you sorted, and that she would be in touch as soon as she heard more based on what you guys had reported in.
No, that ship. When do we get to go back there?
Once I'm guessing Mother Melba gives us a call saying, like, we're done here. I don't know. I just come home every time for summer break, but we don't really have summer, so I just keep calling it summer break. It's just a break.
So what are we gonna do until then?
Work out, eat a bunch, see if this young kid's good at anything.
As you're kind of listing through those things, Agatha, you will see Riddick, this small boy that you were introduced to, very shyly walk into the gym. You'll see that he's very nervous. He doesn't really seem to interact with any of the other people who have already begun to, like, arrive. And there are some that are, like, closer to his age. He's like, I think we established he was like 10 years old. But he's, like, very bashfully kind of drifted to a corner where he's awkwardly stretching, but he's just mostly watching what other people are doing and trying to mimic that as best he can.
Cool. If you want, you can sit in a quick personal training session with Riddick, or you could play these video games, or you could run on that thing.
Or
So just look over at the treadmill. Or we can wait
just
for our friends to come get you.
Can I just go wherever I want?
Yeah, that too. Don't
where
go too
do
far though,
you-
because I feel like someone is supposed to know where you are.
That feels fake. Where do you guys put your dead people?
Where do we put our? I'm
do
the
you
only one
mean-
here that's died recently, right?
Yeah, so death on Hecate, it works differently other places, right? Not everybody is a necromancer. Actually, there are fewer magic wielders on Hecate than there were on other planets. It's not really known why. But, like, dead are highly revered and kept, like, you're in a gym. I don't think there'd be any dead people here. But there are places where, like, there are final rites and graves kept for folks that aren't kind of, if there are not repurposed to serve society.
Yeah, so we don't have any dead bodies here. These people are celebrating their muscles, and for them, their muscles are teeming with life. Pretty cool.
Well, I've always said that lockers are the graves of the living. Where's the locker room?
Right over there.
Okay, I gotta get a sandwich. I'll be back.
Okay, have fun.
And I'm gonna go steal shit.
Okay, you
That makes sense.
go ahead and roll me. Are you being sneaky and calculated, like, about
No.
it? Are you being very brazen, just like you're just going in and, like, smash and grab?
Well, not smash, but
Okay.
my disciplines are alchemy and grave robbing.
Right. This is a
So-
locker room.
I do have a small collapsible shovel.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. I will say the bone for me for this.
So it's the number I have there is how many d6s,
Correct. Correct.
right? Okay. 4. Because you take the highest, right?
Yes. So you can this can succeed with a consequence or it can be a failure. Do you have a preference?
Let's succeed with a consequence.
Okay, great. Is there anything in particular, like, I'm assuming you're looking for dead people parts, or is it just anything that you can find?
Just anything. Do
'Kay.
they all keep certain kinds of locks on their locker?
That's kind of the complication you're gonna find, is that a lot of people
Smash my shovel.
are pretty, they keep their shit on lock, and you are able to find like $50. But while this is happening, two very burly muscle witches come in and find you pocketing said $50.
Oh, I don't pocket money.
Okay, well, they catch you in the act of doing this, and they are going to swiftly eject you from the premises.
I just forgot my code. I'm so sorry. I can never remember.
They are not buying it, and they are gonna drag you out of here, which with surprising ease, and throw you out into the street. Wraith, you've been kind of making your way to the hall, I'm assuming, or have you have you just been kind of casually going about a route or anything?
Direct route. Like,
'Kay, yeah.
He's very A to B.
Okay, so on that A to B, you are passing. I don't even think you're paying attention necessarily to the buildings that aren't mission critical as you're walking down the street, but you'll see as a gangly figure is thrown out onto the street and lands with a thud right at your feet. X, will you go ahead and describe your character for Noir's sake?
Yeah, so I'm not wearing everything today because my brain hurts, but covered in a lot of black clothing from head to toe. Usually has a hood over his head. I assume that probably flew off. So you'll see that he's like completely missing the right like side of his jaw. And if you look closely, if any other body parts appear, there'll be like weird stitching and whatnot, sewing him together. And then just a bunch of weird random jewelry and things that I don't know where he got it. From somewhere.
Do I know the crew that I'm supposed to be joining? Like, was I given any details about them?
You were given the name Mother Melba, and you were given like the name of the ship, the Nada. I don't think you were given any specifics about the crew necessarily. So it wouldn't be like, oh, this is like potentially a crew member at this point in time.
In which case, Wraith is just gonna step over you and keep walking.
Hey, I'm walking here.
No, I'm walking. You were on the ground.
Oh, that's true. Okay, see you later.
X, you're able to kind of pick yourself up and dust yourself off as you're standing outside. Agatha inside. Have you paired up with Riddick?
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything in particular you're having him do?
Some gentle stretching, just to warm him up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of cardio, and then I'm gonna be like, "So what kind of magic you got?"
He'll kind of
Supposed
look
to
at
be
you.
super cool. So Arnold really believes in you.
He'll
I want to
seem
be able to help you out.
really embarrassed by like that attention, and he'll like kind of blush a little bit and go, "Oh, I don't know, I guess I can punch really good."
Hell yeah.
Like this, and he'll like he'll do like, he'll throw a little kid punch and you'll wince for a second because you saw how destructive it could be when he punched, and you'll kind of like be like shit, but as he does, nothing happens, and it's just a little kid kind of striking a cool karate pose.
All right, so we need to find a way to channel that.
Yeah.
Look, when you punch real big, real hard, what's going through your brain?
It's like the black stuff.
Do I know what the black stuff is?
No.
I mean, like dark energy, or is it the actual color black, or is it?
Well, I don't know, but everybody tells me that it's a gift from the mother, so I guess it's that. When he says the mother, that would proc you in a memory. You recall that he is a child of some of the abyssals, so outside solar system travel hasn't really happened, which was why it was so upsetting when the Corvus Dominion showed up, because they came from outside the solar system. There was only one vessel that's ever successfully left the solar system, and it went into the abyss. And when it came back, right before the Corvus Dominion invaded, the people on there were forever changed, talking about the abyss and the mother that they found within there, the forgotten mother who was teaching them strange magics. They've kind of since established themselves in Eleos kind of separate from everyone else. They've kind of made their own district. But you don't know a ton about this, but you would know, like, oh, that's some Abyssian speak.
Right, well, sounds like you got some pretty cool powers. We want to make them effective for you to do cool shit with them. So this is what I do, and I will just walk them through kind of like my daily warm-ups and stuff like that, and what Arnold has kind of like coached with me, but trying to be like, and this is what I did this one time in space, where I 3-point landed on the outside of a ship, and then I just punched a hole into it and brought my friends through in a cyst sack.
Can confirm. You did do that.
Also, that's such a mean thing to make people with lisps say.
Facts. Yeah, you are going to do this thing. Riddick is earnest and eager to please. He is trying his very hardest, but does seem very shy and aware of any like unwanted attention. So like if he catches other people watching, he kind of shuts down and becomes a little bit more difficult to coax into like doing the thing. But you're able to kind of start working with him. I'm going to flash back out to X on the street. You've picked yourself up. You've dusted yourself off. Where were you going to go from here?
I don't know where I am, so...
Excellent.
I am basically just going to walk around and probably be annoying and cause problems until it gets to a level where Agatha has to come get me, or I get back to the ship somehow.
Great. As you're wandering around, just kind of asking ridiculous questions of random people, as you see new sights and experience like new things as you're walking around, you will see a very decrepit skeleton kind of jangle its way up the street towards you, and in its left hand is a dusty old suitcase. As it approaches you, it looks like it's shuddering, like losing the ability to kind of function, and it will get up to you and just hold the suitcase out with its hand, trembling.
Timmy, is that you?
You watch as its head kind of like twitch to the side, and its jaws will kind of clack in an unnerving manner, and no sound comes out.
Can I burn a well to just mend the skeleton? Because I can animate the skeleton, But I don't necessarily want it to follow me.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Go ahead and mark a well as you kind of like like maybe you have a small bone in your pocket that you kind of pull from to kind of reinstate this skeleton, and you watch as it kind of fills its form and it takes like a more proud stance and holds the suitcase a little bit higher. But even as you do it, there's now an urgency in the skeleton that wasn't present before because it simply didn't have the energy, and it will shake the suitcase at you aggressively.
No, thank you. I don't need one of those.
It will come up to you and grab your hand and bring it to the suitcase forcefully, and the second your hand comes into contact, it will explode, and the skeleton will explode and shatter, all of the pieces going everywhere, leaving you holding the suitcase.
Well, that was a waste. I'm just gonna open the suitcase and not look at what's inside it and just collect the skeleton and put it in the suitcase and close it.
Excellent.
Yes, excellent.
Top tier X behavior. Wraith, you are walking towards the Coven Hall, and moving through the streets that are very familiar to you, and you reach your destination. The Coven Hall has seen better days. It's easy to lose sight of the effects of war on our institutions and forget what they were like in relative times of peace. The large building looms gray over a white cobblestone square. Ancient runes of Corsian witches are etched high on the arches of its doors and windows, warding against physical violence. The biting cold of Hecate's wind nips at your exposed skin, urging you inside. The Coven is a mixed group of necromancers and those without power, who have formed to both protect Hecate from invaders and to explore space. While necromancers obviously exist here, most Hecatians show no aptitude for magical ability, showing rates of magic significantly below the rates of other planets in the system. The government, let's see, this is something you're acutely aware of as you set out to protect your home against the Dominion, and recognize that the number of necromancers has declined over the last years of the war. The government of Hecate is socialist and strongly avoids treating witches as a special class of people despite their powers. As you move through the square, you pass a silver plaque that's embedded at the foot of the stairs leading into the Coven Hall, and it reads, "Under Mother Anna's hand, the rock, the sword, the whip and bell, wrapped our star in death and closed Dominion's door. May death keep it so." You stride up the steps because you are a man on a mission, with places to go and people to see. And as you walk in, there's a relatively open foyer, voices softly echoing off of the arched ceilings. There is like a little reception desk, and you can see there are Coven members kind of lingering around in their more stately clothes, kind of indicating their status within the government. And you see some battle-hardened necromancers littered around. What would you like to do?
I'd like to look for anything that might point me to... Oh, I'd like to meet my contact first.
Okay. Awesome.
So I'm making, essentially looking for any signage that would point me to them, and then just heading directly there.
Yeah. Like I said, there's like a front reception desk with somebody kind of sitting behind it that could direct you. You have a name that you could ask for. But other than that, it's very like government building where it's just like you kind of know where you need to go. Like there's long halls and stuff. But the best place to start would probably be that front desk.
Just gonna walk to the front desk, and I have a contact that I am meant to meet, and I'm gonna give the name because Noir forgot the name.
You're A-okay. You ask for Mother Melba, and the person behind the desk nods and will like tap a couple of fingers where next to it a skeleton will go and kind of look through like it looks like a Rolodex kind of, but it's made of light. It's not necessarily of paper as it flips through, and will eventually like pick something out and hand it to the person who's sitting there who will examine it. and go, yeah, she's here in the hall. I think she was just finishing her debriefing. If you wait over there, and she'll gesture over to a large door, she should be out at any moment. And she will then extend this little light card to you, and as it passes over like the threshold of the desk, it becomes a physical, tangible object with your request on it, and there is a small picture of Mother Melba in the corner, indicating like Captain of the Neda, and gives you kind of like some visuals of who you're looking for.
There's like every movement is like he's thinking he's putting a lot of muscle control into it, and he just takes it as gently as he can, and then goes where he was told to wait and just sits there.
Great. You go and you sit near this door, and at first you can kind of hear soft voices inside. Every once in a while, it sounds like voices raise a little bit. You're not able to kind of make out distinct voice, like exact words that they're saying, but you can tell that like a conversation is getting heated and then subsiding, and heated and then subsiding behind the door.
The voice that gets heated, does that change, or is it just the same person getting heated?
That is a great question. There is a particular voice that keeps raising, and when it like does, there's multiple voices that kind of respond and like make it back down, if that makes sense.
Got it.
And while you're sitting there kind of waiting for that meeting to convene, Agatha, I think it would be at this point in time that you would notice that X has left the building, and is no longer sort of present. I don't know what you do with that information, but I will say like it's noticed now. And
I'm gonna make sure that X hasn't like gone to jail.
Okay, you are able to pass Riddick off to another muscle witch here. Again, he's been training here for a while and is familiar.
Training, and here's my notes. And I will give him like my notebook with all of my workouts that I have diligently kept over. We'll give them one from 3 years ago.
Excellent. What's the most important workout on there?
There's one that's actually when you have your notebook and there's that back cover that somehow is like pretty nice to write on. Her favorite workout is
almost like etched.
Repeatedly written on that one, like over the top of itself, so it's like almost indented the back of the cardboard on the back. Just this is the one.
Love it. This one's very good. Yeah, you're able to kind of step out onto the street. X, you successfully collect up a majority of these bones into your suitcase that you now have in your possession.
No.
Are you continuing to just kind of wander? Or
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know where I am.
That's fair. You don't. And Agatha will head out into the street to look for you. Wraith, you are waiting, and eventually the meeting does adjourn. The doors open, and a bunch of individuals come out of this room. One of them being Mother Melba, who you were able to recognize based on the picture. Let me get a description for you really quick. She looks stern but approachable. She has her left sleeve hangs empty. Clearly, something was lost during her time in the war. She wears loose robes and has a massive crossbow strapped to her back. And she is walking next to another woman who is a very short, small in stature, and she looks like she's been cut in half. She's missing. She's wearing loose gray clothes that are, wrapped more tightly around her with black leather. Her hair is short and graying, and her fingernails, which in stark contrast to everything else that she looks like, are painted a soft, shimmery pink. She has a large scar that is coming from her collarbone down across her chest, where it's clear that she has lost one of her breasts. But the way she is dressing does not try to hide or conceal that fact in any shape or form.
Okay.
And they are kind of talking to each other, not like aggressively, but in a like come on, man, sort of way as they.
Can I differentiate between the person that was getting agitated versus the kind of trying to figure out who was the hot shot and who was calming, who was trying to de-escalate?
Yeah, if you kind of like fall behind them, they'll only walk a short distance before they stop to continue their conversation. The louder voice seemed to have come from the shorter woman, and she's like, you'll watch her every once in a while kind of like do this, like, oh, come on, and like drop her hands before like, and shaking her head. Again, it doesn't seem like it's a severe disagreement, but it's clear that this woman is not super happy with the outcome of what's happening.
Okay. I believe you're my contact.
Melba will kind of break away from her conversation and look at you kind of curiously and go, okay, contact from whom?
Born.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. You're here about joining the crew, correct?
Correct.
Great. This actually works out awesome for me because I have great news. And as she grins, the woman next to her kind of like rolls her eyes and goes, yeah, you've got great news. And she'll go, we have a mission and we should be leaving expediently. Welcome to the crew of the Nada. Your first assignment will be to go and gather your fellow necromancers. I will send messages to their abodes, but I have a feeling there's one in particular that will be challenging to find because he can't remember shit.
Who is this individual and why can't they remember fecal matter?
You know, that's a great and very specific question, and that's my bad for phrasing it the way that I did. Here, and she'll kind of turn to the woman next to her and go, listen, Ruth, you'll get the next one, huh? And offer her hand out to this woman who will take a beat before she shakes her hand and kind of and clears her throat. Well, I should certainly hope so.
I have a passive ability that says I always know when someone is lying.
Uh-huh.
Will she get the next one?
Mother Melba seems sincere. Like she seems to like legitimately believe that like Ruth will get the next one.
Okay.
I will say Ruth responds, well, good luck out there. I hope you find what you're looking for. And you will know that that is absolutely a lie. Ruth is absolutely being a sore loser to that. As they kind of part ways, and Melba will lead you back over to the front desk and say, could I get a card for X, please? X, Agatha, Mortar, and Lorelai. And the person at the desk nods, and you watch as multiple skeletons now go through the Rolodexes to try and pull out those little cards of light that then when they pass over, they become physical, tangible items. And she will gather them up and go, I'll send messages to like the abodes for most of these folks, but
do I see the pictures?
You do see the pictures, and as she's shuffling, you will see that one is the individual that you saw on the street being tossed out.
That is the one that does not know whether they are walking or not.
That sounds right. Have you seen him?
Only in passing, and only so much as something that is required to be stepped over.
So, yes, you did. Great. Then maybe he's still around, and she will offer you out the stack of cards. So you can kind of familiarize yourself with the crew. And she's like, these are our main crew other than like our support staff. on the Nada. If you head to such and such a dock, she will kind of give you directions to where the Nada is currently docked at one of our spaceports in the city, and go, we'll be leaving shortly. I mean, there's some preparations that need to be made, but really I just need folks to kind of be brought in so I can debrief all together all at once. So,
would you prefer that I bring them all here?
You know what? If you can just find X, I think I can get the rest of them. I'm hoping he's stuck with everyone else, but in the off chance that he didn't, if Bourne sent you, I have a feeling that you're probably pretty good at finding people, huh?
Yes.
Great. I don't know. Did I catch your name? I don't think I did.
You didn't.
Do you want to share, or should we kind of continue in this fashion of just not knowing? It's rare that I get this level of suspense these days.
I do not wish to share, but if you wish to know, it is Wraith.
Okay, Wraith. I won't make a habit of telling anybody else. And she kind of grins before turning and like seeing Ruth walk away. Her face will kind of drop for a second as if she's thinking about something. Yeah, no, we should probably get going sooner rather than later. So you go get them, and I'll begin preparations.
Your friend does not truly wish you well in your mission.
Well, she kind of like stops for a second as she puts together what you've said. It's hard. Hard times are coming for us, I think. Peace is not kind for those who only know war.
If something threatens your peace, it best be removed before it can act on its impulse.
Well, sure, but Ruth's harmless for the most part. It's just she really was wanting this mission. And I got it. You know, finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Kind of held the day here. But she'll be all right. You know, she's looking to make a name for herself in the Glaven. So, you know, who knows? Maybe she'll get more than she bargained for. I know the rest of us certainly have.
Very well. I will find this X.
Appreciate it. We'll head to the spaceport after that and head off.
If you insist. It just immediately starts hunting for X. Going to the last place I saw him.
Awesome. You're backtracking. X. You've walked into an establishment with your suitcase. What kind of place have you walked into?
Did I stumble in here, or did I walk in here on purpose?
I think you stumbled in.
Okay. I don't know what this place is, but I walk in and I just hope it's a business. And maybe there's someone sitting behind the counter, but I don't know if it's a business or not. I just say, do you have any chemicals? Maybe some retrograde antifreeze?
Okay. Yeah. You have walked into a business. It ends up being a bar. And when you kind of walk in asking for like chemicals or antifreeze, the bartender will kind of cock their head to the side and think about it for a second before reaching under the table and start mixing a concoction out of several different bottles. It's if trying to create a drink to meet your request.
Do they hand it to me?
They do. Once the drink is made, they will kind of put it on the and kind of look at you expectantly, because you know, place of business, currency exchange.
Yeah. Well, they didn't really say they were handing me a drink.
That's true.
So I take the liquid and I like pull down like my cloak on the left side, and there's like a port like stuck into my weird skin, and I just pour what they gave me into there. Okay, thanks, bye.
Oh no, hold on. Whoa, where are you going, bud? You gotta pay for that.
What do I pay?
Money.
What do you accept as money?
Oh my gosh. These space side motherfuckers, I swear to God. And he will kind of slap his hand down on the table and see that you have a suitcase and like, bring it over here, open it up, let's see what you got.
I walk over and I open a suitcase full of an exploded skeleton and who knows what else.
Okay, great. You open this suitcase and sure enough, there's a bunch of bones inside. And now that we've actually opened it and we can talk about the contents inside, you will see that there is also, sorry, let me get to my right notes. Inside, it looks like there's additional clothes, just like street clothes, shirts, pants, nothing like adorned with any kind of symbolism or anything. It just looks like a change of clothes. There's a notebook and a single unlit candle. The bartender doesn't seem perturbed by the notebook, clothes, or candle, and is looking like through the bones and shifting through and grabbing like, okay, and is collecting pieces of the skeleton, seemingly as payment.
Oh, the bones are their money.
Oh,
Sorry, it's just something that popped into my head randomly. Is that good? Do you want this? And grab the clothes. Here you go.
no, I don't need your clothes. This'll be fine, because I can...
Oh, these aren't my clothes. Here, have a tip. And I'll leave the clothes on the counter and close the suitcase and leave.
Doesn't know what money is, but knows what a tip is.
I
Great.
said I don't know what the money is here. Do we ever have to pay money on the ship we're on?
No, not really. I mean, it's
Socialism runs rampant there.
right.
Yeah.
It's again like there are levels of like business and stuff like that, commerce, but a lot of it like your needs are met, social good, all of that stuff. And also it's boring to track money, so I'm not gonna ever do that. So
My sheet don't have any money.
yeah, no, and it shouldn't, as Keegan intended. Anyways,
No money in space.
there's no money in space. Capitalism's dead. Anyways, you're gonna go ahead. You leave this establishment. Agatha, you are looking for X. He is showing difficult to find. As you ask
Can I be on a scooter?
hell yeah, you're on a scooter. Absolutely. You're kind of scooting around. You're asking people. Somebody does relay that they did see a guy with exploding skeleton earlier, which isn't noteworthy necessarily on like a planet of necromancers, but it does kind of be like, okay, and you're sort of trying to follow him down. He is now once again outside, and with this expediency of your scooter, it seems that you'll probably be able to catch up to him sooner rather than later. Wraith, you have left and you're continuing in like that very diligent fashion, cutting through the crowd. And for the sake of it's not interesting for you guys to not find each other, I'm going to say, Agatha, you're able to find X outside of this bar, and probably like, I don't know, 5 minutes of conversation of just like, what are you doing, that kind of a thing. Wraith, you arrive to see X, and who you recognize as Agatha from your contact card.
Does the liquid I poured into my porthole do anything to me?
Is the porthole your stomach?
No.
Is it just
It goes to my heart.
Okay. I mean, it was like an alcoholic shot, called the.
So
like,
I'm really drunk.
You
Like
got
those-
some. You got some burnies in the chest.
I was gonna say you're not feeling so good.
Just pump like Malort into your.
It's like the
It's
people
burning.
that.
Everything's on fire, and you don't want to be alive.
Well,
You
that's
don't
just
feel
every
so
day.
good.
Malort removes the weakness from one's body and replaces it with strength and bitterness.
There you go.
It's
You'll
like
love
those
to see it.
people that would
Bitterness and
inject
Tums.
vodka.
For real.
Yeah, once it hits, I just go, and I just collapse into Agatha's arms.
Great. Wraith, that's when I'm going to say you walk up. You watch this individual just collapse, and Agatha pick him up with her big strong arms. Agatha, go ahead and describe yourself for Wraith for me.
I was just reminded, opening up my character sheet at the start of session, that my appearance is absolute fucking unit.
Yeah.
I'm a big beefcake with recently new flesh, new skin here because it was previously blown off by a gun that I walked directly into. So that wasn't a good time. But we think Striga from Castlevania, but a little bit more blown to shit.
Hell yeah.
But I would probably want sexy Dale, like she has. I want to be hot all the time.
Sexy necromancers in space.
I want to be mommy.
I require that one. Do I have Agatha in the cards as well?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And you. And the kitten.
And the kitty.
I just pick up the cat from the side of the road.
Come. We are to meet and be briefed at the spaceport.
X, summer break's over. Give me like 10 minutes. I need to go back to the gym real quick and just let them know that I'm leaving and show Riddick where the next couple books are for them.
I was told that we were to report immediately.
All right, immediately is immediately. I gotta go to the gym and do those things real quick. So just pretend like you found us 20 minutes from now.
But I did not find you 20 minutes from now.
Well, I'm gonna kick up the kickstand on my scooter.
And just
The biggest.
little baby.
Have you guys ever
X.
been in like a college town area where for some reason there's two bros who love each other more than anything?
Yeah.
And they're both fucking units.
Yes.
And they ride around on one little moped together.
Yes.
So it's only one unit with X over the shoulder.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, be right back, okay? And I'm just gonna scoot away. And if you ran hard, you could stay caught up with us. Because like this scooter ain't meant to support this body. It's the free rental one outside the gym.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't
poor
want to do
X.
cardio. Oh,
Just
that's
black
hot.
throw
Hot
up
on my
all
body.
down the road.
Oh god. Why was that so hot when it splashed me?
Where are we? What are we doing?
We're gonna go home soon. Just gotta go to the gym, and then we're gonna go back to the ship.
Okay, that's where I want to.
Yeah, don't go putting things in your port if you don't know what they are, bud. It's spicy.
I asked for some.
All right, and I'm just gonna like burp him like a babe.
Excellent. Wraith, are you following?
Yeah, I think that's when he activates his twitch speed. You can kind of see why he works so hard to move slowly, because as soon as you start to take off, it's just. But I didn't find you 20 minutes from now. I found you now.
Yep, that's fine. Time isn't real.
Agatha, you kind of like say that as you were like walking into the gym to kind of say your goodbyes and prepare for your journey. You would know if X had any belongings, they're either A, all on his person, or B,
I'm gonna assume that he's
all
got
on
all
the
the
ship.
shit into the suitcase.
Yeah, like
so.
there's like, as far as you know, the suitcase is new, but
Yeah,
everything else you feel.
businessman. He's got his shit in there.
Yeah, he's fine. Businessman. You're able to go do the thing. Arnold is coaching some muscle witches through some meditation to try and kind of help keep a calmness on the battlefield so they can actually act with intent and not with clouded judgment. And as you
Give him the quietest fist bump on my way in.
yeah, he will fist bump you and also like wink as you leave. What's your packing situation? Like, are we talking like a backpack, a duffel bag, a suitcase?
That cool duffel bag from Parent Trap.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you are able to gather up your things, no problem, and
We don't even have time to unpack. We have been here.
Yeah, literally a night, so it is super easy. Wraith, do you go inside, or are you just kind of waiting outside?
Just waiting outside.
Perfect. I would say shortly, 5-10 minutes later.
There's garage doors. You can see everything.
Yeah, she
Such
comes
a cool
out.
place.
She comes out with her shit. I'm assuming we left X kind of like sitting on the scooter just to be sick.
Or if you want, I can manufacture a Bjorn for you.
I would
How you
not
feeling about
leave.
walking now?
I would not leave me alone on the scooter. When I
Okay,
wake up, I
I'm-
might just drive it away.
All right, I'm gonna keep the baby kind of resting over my shoulder.
Okay, excellent.
Excellent.
Excellent. This is going to be a very good joke. Yeah, so you guys grab your stuff. You're ready to go. Wraith, you would know that there were 2 other necromancers in your cards, but Melba said that she's got them covered. A-okay. And you guys head towards the spaceport. Is there any conversation that happens during this time?
Wraith will initiate, but he will respond.
Excellent.
So, you been on NATO before?
Yes.
Oh, when was your last trip up into space?
A time ago.
Okay, I'm Agatha, as you know from your sheet.
Mm-hmm.
This is X, as you know from your other sheet.
I am aware.
X isn't normally like this. They're usually a bit smarter and not as vomiting.
Or on the floor.
Or on the floor, yeah. Verticality is not their strong suit right now. They got weird shit in their ports.
I've noted. Ports?
Yeah, X is kind of an amalgamation.
I put port in my ports.
And
I see.
now we know to not put port in our ports.
I asked for antifreeze.
I see. Do you know the nature of the mission that we are on?
That sounds like something for our other crewmates. X doesn't really remember things, and I don't give a fuck. So I don't listen as well as I should. I'm just kind of excited to go punch some.
I see. So you are the hammer, then?
Sometimes, yeah. I think it would be cooler to be a mace, though. Give me some little spiky bits.
I see. Well, you can be the mace, and I will be the blade.
Well, that sounds cool, too.
And I have the snacks.
What snacks did you get?
I like to think-
Actually, I don't have any.
God damn it, X!
as you say that, you're still with X over your shoulder. You walk through the busy spaceport, and you see a bunch of stuff. First, you'll see smaller like vessels that go hither and thither, but they are all still behemoths. Large creatures that normally roam the surface of Hecate that have been repurposed for travel through space. They come in of wild variety of shapes, sizes, configurations. Some are almost impossible to look at just because their form becomes confusing. You know that some of these are undead and potentially are captained by ghost crews. But as you kind of move through and see people coming and going, the thing that will stand out to you is how very few of them, or I should say how many war vessels are here at port. Like they have landed, they're here, they're not out in space, they're not out in the fields. Yet another reminder that like the Dominion's presence within the solar system is waning. Like, you guys are actually making ground. It was a rare sight to see more than one war behemoth at a spaceport in any time. Now that you're seeing multiple, there is that kind of hitch in your throat of, shit, we might actually be close on this one. You make your way over to the Nada, where you see a swarm of skeletons moving boxes, and it looks like they are restocking the Nada. You all know of your assigned quarters, and you know both Agatha and X, well, maybe not. No, X would know at this point. I think it's still within his recollection that most of the time when they've interacted with Melba, it has been on the bridge of the Nada.
Right. So getting through the ship. Sometimes you just gotta think of the place. Other times there are directions. And sometimes you just kind of walk through anything that looks a bit thinner than the other parts.
As you guys are walking through the ship, and Wraith, you're getting this description, you'll turn down an corridor in the ship and find it's clear that the Nada is well lived in. There will be plants and strange mushrooms that seem to be growing out of the organic siding of this ship and trailing down the hall. There's a strange ichor that looks like it had stained the floor as it like moved in weird shapes, and intermittently you'll see inspirational posters with Agatha's image of like flexing muscles or lifting something heavy with like taglines of "you can do it" and "hang in there" plastered along the walls. While this ship has been here, it's clear that it hasn't been, the traces of the crew's last voyage have not been removed from it. And it feels kind of homey, if Wraith were into that kind of thing. You move through the ship and you make it to the bridge, and sure enough, Mother Melba is there leaning over the main console. Her hair's a little disheveled, and you look as she's like running her fingers through it as you walk in with her right hand. And she'll look up and be like, okay, great. We've got technically more than 50% of the crew. First time. Hey, buddy. Well brought up. I'm proud of you, dude.
Are we home?
Yes, X, you're home. Is he okay? Why is he that color?
Put weird things in his ports.
I'm going to bed. Goodbye.
Oh, and you kind of... Do you just go to sleep on Agatha's shoulder, or are you actually going to go to your quarters?
I'm going to hopefully go to my quarters.
Okay, yeah, you kind of slide off of her shoulder, still with the suitcase in hand. Melba will kind of raise an eyebrow and look at the two of you and go, did one of you guys give him a suitcase? Because that's new.
Nice. Well, he must have found it somewhere.
Okay, all right.
I thought that was his.
We'll probably want Mortar to check it later to make sure some of those potions that he's putting in his ports won't... You know what? Actually, you know what? Never mind. We're just going to let him figure it out. X, as you're able to go to your room. She will turn and look at the two of you and go, well, you know, one day I'll be able to do a mission debrief of us leaving into space and have everybody here. But, you know, sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. So I'll tell you two, and then I'll tell the others later, because I gotta tell somebody this is crazy. And she will hit a couple of keys on the main console, and a vision, or an image rather, will kind of pull up on a display, hovering holographically above the table. Agatha, this would be familiar to you. This was the image that you saw on the ship of something passing celestial bodies. You know it to be, you recognize it as the solar system moving from the inner bit to the outer bit. And she'll go,
weird in space.
It is getting weird in space. And normally I'm about that, but I just thought things were calming down. It's, I guess it's good to keep us on our toes here. But, Wraith, this is intel that we picked up off of a Dominion ship on our return flight home. We were doing a regular scouting mission. We had Lorelai on board to help with any legal matters that come up. Mortar was here for medical needs. You've met the other two, and I'm sure that their skills have become apparent to you. But on our return home, we intercepted the trajectory of a Corvus ship moving incredibly fast towards this destination, though we did not realize it was towards this destination until the team had gotten on board and found this intelligence from their ship, and was able to recover it. The thing about it is we've had the Nada reprogrammed, so we are now able to track this on our own radar, but we couldn't see this. And she points again to this small object that's slowly moving from the depths of the solar system out towards the outer rim. We couldn't see this before. We now can. It's a little alarming that this is new information to us, but our mission is to go figure out what the fuck that is, because it turns out our Corvus ship that we stopped isn't the only one that's been making a beeline for that. There's something on that thing and they want it real bad.
I understand.
We're gonna get it first.
That's the spirit. She will point her hand at you, Agatha.
Are there any restrictions or limitations to what I may do to achieve success in this mission?
Yes. Obviously, if we encounter any Dominion, destroy. That's always been the gig, right? They can't be reasoned with, which is unfortunate. But the other thing at this point is we're going to try and preserve any information we can get from that object. We've had some other scouting ships that we've reached out to. They say it looks like just an asteroid, a slow-moving rock. So maybe there's a relic, or one of their ships crashed into the side and has intelligence. It's not really clear to us. But we'll need to, whatever's on there, we just need to recover and know more about. If it can't be recovered, that's fine, but we'll need as detailed information as we can get for, I would say, and she kind of stops and looks at you for a second and cocks her head to the side and say, let me put it this way. Destruction is fine, but as a last resort. You follow?
Unfortunately, yes.
Great. Yeah. She will kind of do this stuff. We will, if we encounter heavy Corvus Dominion activity, we will reach out for backup. But, again, this vessel isn't necessarily intended to take the big hits. So we'll try to avoid that if possible. But my role aboard the ship will be to pilot and manage communications. You guys, again, will be the team that goes in and gets out. We'll be a couple of days at space before we make contact with this thing. But... it's looks like we're still waiting on a couple crew members. So if you have any loose ends in town you want to wrap up in the next, 6 hours or so, feel free. Otherwise, make yourself at home. Wraith, we do have a room for you down in the same halls. Agatha can show you. I believe it's next door to her. So you can take that.
Sorry, bud. Sorry in advance.
Can take
I do not
that.
understand I do not understand the need for an apology.
You will. You will. I read some really good books.
The books you read are so good that they would disturb me.
Maybe. They might.
I
Or
see.
maybe you'll like them. I don't know. Let's go to the rooms.
Uh, Mother Melba has just been kind of like watching this interaction happen and goes, "Yeah, this feels right. This feels okay. Great. All right. Okay." And she's gonna turn around and busy herself, and you guys are gonna head to your quarters. X, we're gonna cut to you for a real quick second. You have made it back to your room, and as you got there and kind of moved, are you just intending to go to sleep, or you just needed some quiet time?
No, I shuffle into my room, and there's like not a traditional bed.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a weird cushy slate object on the wall, and I just like do a weird jump upside down, and straps go and strap me in place, and then I open some ports, and you see like green iridescent liquid covering the wall underneath it. I go to sleep.
Awesome. As you do that, you kind of drop the suitcase to the side, and as it does, the little latch on it pops open, and the camera's gonna zoom as you kind of aren't gentle with it, because why would you be? You toss it to the side, the clasp pops open, and the journal spills out on the floor, and the camera's gonna zoom in to the front page where this is the notebook's opened, and there's a single sentence on a page in a difficult to read script. It's a beautiful like calligraphy pen swirls. There's ink splotched on the page, and all it says is, "What's written is what's remembered." And that's where we're gonna end our session for tonight. Woohoo!
I like how you did that to reveal the thing that I did not reveal.
Look at my shit. When I give you something, look at it, son of a bitch.
when I'm falling asleep, though, I do like look down and I'm like falling asleep, and I read it.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that about you. And that's been this week's episode of Terminal Riot. Whoop whoop. Thanks everybody for joining us. We will be back at some point in time. I'm pretty sure most of the cast is going to be at PAX Unplugged, so I'm just going to announce that here and now, so we can skip over that. So scheduling, we might do a hit and off week. I don't have a date yet, but we will keep an eye on my socials for news there. A quick thank you to Keegan EXE for designing a great game that we can love and providing special In Extremis treats. Players, let's go around and do our outros. As a reminder, In Extremis uses the Stars and Wishes system as we close our game. So tell the people who you are, where they can find you, what you've going on, and include a star and a wish from today's session. We'll go ahead and we'll start with Noir.
Hello, everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Blue Sky, Twitch, and my website, thenoirenigma.com or noirvul.com. I'll take you to the same place. My star is I'm Mr. GM. Gets comfortable. It's like a nice warm blanket.
Thank
also,
you.
I really like X. And Agatha, did you thread the beat your beat like loudly?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I did. I'm reading smut and I'm vibrating away. I'm keeping myself busy this flight. I'm not gonna sit around and do nothing.
You missed it.
Shit to read.
Noir, the last episode had 3 singular piss events, so buckle up, Buttercup.
Yeah, there was a lot of pissing.
It was a
our
piss-centric episode.
I'm just imagining Wraith sitting in a dark corner, just meditating, just hearing all sorts of
I'm also meditating.
Not the cook chair.
We got the spotlight on it. Sit there, you watch. Oh, so that's my stars for everybody. Wish.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I want to make it here on time again. I'm so
Hell,
sorry. Like,
Bunny, no
my-
worries.
My Sundays collapsed on me, and do y'all do sparkles? Y'all don't do sparkles? I don't have
Ooh,
to do sparkles.
tell me what's a sparkle? I'm familiar with sparkles.
Fucking love sparkles and sprinkles.
Stars is things you like that other people did. Wishes is what you want to see. And sparkle is one good thing that you think that you brought to the table.
Hell yeah, give me a sparkle. Fuck yeah.
God damn it.
Listen, if you need time to think about it, you can take it, but I want that shit.
I think I acclimated to the world pretty quick. That was fun.
Hell yeah. I was gonna make that suggestion to you.
Like I'm coming off of Arcade season 2 bender, and this world cast that vibe for me, and I'm like,
Oh,
I
I'm
love
gonna
it
watch
here.
that this week. I'm so excited.
Hell
Prepare to
yeah.
cry.
What he
I
said.
only have tomorrow for work this week, and then I'm off until I go
Nice.
Pact Unplugged.
But that is me.
Excellent. Let's move ahead to Corndogg.
Hey, Corndogg. Star, Noir, having you here is my star. Thank you. You are delightful. I was nervous. I wish our table could be full just once.
We'll get there. We'll get
I
there.
wish for the world to be better to the people I love. That's my wish.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Otto, fuck, like if there's a god out there, we fighting after this.
I swear to God. I want to throw
I'm
hands.
laying hands.
I'm laying hands and maybe pipe. Sorry, keep going.
Yep. My sparkling personality. I sparkle. I am the sparkle. The sparkle is
I agree
within
with that.
me, and the sparkle is within you. But truly, making Noir realize I was talking about mastery. I'm glad to know that landed.
Yeah, my full
I was
support.
like, I feel like Sarah knows what I'm
Oh, I
saying.
100%
at
knew.
least. Minimum.
100%. I was picking up what you were putting down.
Yep, I was like, is she reading it smut?
Yeah.
That'll be my self-insert for this campaign.
Rocking a solo on the clitor.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Someone's got to do it.
Reading about sexy
Otherwise,
dragons.
it's going to be quiet in space. Boring.
All right. Shifting over to Cole. Cole, tell the people all the things, but mostly the stars and wishes and sparkles.
Yes. Hi, my name is Cole. You cannot find me. I do not exist. And stars was what we liked, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that I can do stupid shit and be chaotic, and Sarah is a great enough GM to still give everyone what they need for the story. So appreciate that. Wishes. I'm just gonna keep the same wish. I wish the whole cast was here all at once.
We'll get there. I know.
And then sprinkles. We'll change it up a little bit. I don't know. I like how the way that Noir and I met, our characters met, was perfect for both characters.
It worked out great. That was a really fun moment for me to be like, and let us do this then. So thank you both for giving me the ingredients.
I like to think of that in an anime too.
Yeah.
Like when you see them like walk past. Like it happens all the time in Fairy Tale where people walk past and then have to fucking deal with the shit they just saw.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for me, I was like, I can see this moment in the anime of this version.
Hell yeah.
Like, oh yeah, the guy that came through the wall.
Just into the street. We love it.
Yep.
Awesome. That leaves me. Hi, I'm Osarix Franco. I run this game, and you can find me all the places on the internet at Osarix Franco. I will be at PAX Unplugged. I will be running games on demand. I will be posting a schedule on my Blue Sky, where you can come play In Extremis run by me, or Down We Go, which is an in-house OSR game that's super fun and very easy to pick up, and I do enjoy.
Get there early.
Get there
so that way you can
so
be at Sarah's table.
early. It's crazy. I will pro tip. I run games at 10 o'clock Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you get there bright and squirrely,
You'll play hooky and come say hi.
hell yeah. My star, I'm so excited that we got to introduce Wraith. I've been so excited to like figure out like how it's all gonna fit together, and like the different personalities in play. And I am gonna shout out Agatha's just like roll with it ability, because she's just like, well, okay, we're going. Like, and it's wonderful to see and experience as a GM, and very, very fun. My wish again is just to continue to build off of these characters and see how y'all interact as we have the entire cast with us, or the different pairings as we go forward. And my sparkle, I'm proud of me. Like, this is a new GMing experience for me because that it's very like lightweight. It is not like a very in-depth prep stuff, but being able to kind of like bring the skill set of like, this is important and this is important, and being able to sprinkle my sparkle in is really enjoyable, and like getting to have those moments is really fun for me. So I really like that. But with that, we're going to bid everybody a great night. We will see you in either 2 weeks, a week, 3 weeks, who knows, but we'll let you know. We don't really have a real outro, so everybody wave at the camera and tell them that we hope they enjoy their pizza. Okay, bye.
Have a
Enjoy your
good
pizza.
nachos.
Nachos.
Ow.